Welcome to the Windows Computer and Technology channel, and wanted to talk a little bit about Windows 11 security. A lot of people, of course, are not understanding what security is all about in Windows 11. And, when the minimum requirements came through, a lot of people are like, well, this is useless. Most people won't use this. The problem here already starts with the way people perceive those protections. Trusted platform module, for example, that's not something you will necessarily know you're using. The security in most system that you have is a security that you're not even aware that it's working for you. And a lot of security is like that. TPM is one, trusted platform module. Also, the fact that virtualization-based protection is also something that is working for you without you knowing it. So when we talk about security in Windows 11, and it is clearly improved, and I'll post a video from Microsoft Mechanics which actually explained it. So in the description below the video, you'll see a YouTube link, and it's I think it's a 17-minute video explaining in detail the security aspect and how it's protecting users in Windows 11. So Windows 10 had these technologies implemented within it, but they did not actually enforce it. So that's why Windows 10 had a much broader install base possibility, because they didn't really exploit those security features, and so they didn't really ask for minimum requirements to have these features. In terms of course, Secure Boot, TPM 2.0, and BitLocker. So Secure Boot, once again, is a safer way to boot Windows. A lot of people, when it came out, said, well, this is the anti-Linux thing. If it would be anti-Linux, there would not be a way to actually remove the Secure Boot option. It is not an anti-Linux thing at all. It is really a different way to boot that secures the booting process. Add that with Trusted Platform Module 2.0 and stuff like that, and even BitLocker to encrypt files and folders and stuff and drives. You have a lot of security in there that is difficult to break. And of course, that means you need to have some of the latest technology for that. For the protection in Windows itself, there's protection in the kernel attack, or the kernel, which is kind of the basic code in which Windows is made of. One of the things they use is virtualization-based security. That uses special virtualization technology in CPUs. A lot of the comments that I see here on the channel are from people that are unaware that generation to generation, there are big differences in each CPU. It's not just, well, this is the 7th generation of a CPU, of Intel CPU, which is just faster. No, there's some stuff in there that is also different and new. And one of the requirements that they're not really clear of is the fact that they stopped at 8th generation for Intel, for example. Kind of goes with that protection, which is the virtualization-based security that happens within the processor and the way that it works and the speed required for this to work. So there's a lot of those technologies that are implemented, and what happens is that when you are in unsupported hardware, if you're on a computer that does not support Windows 11, a lot of these technologies will not be working. So there are things that might not actually work as they should, because a lot of these technologies will just not be used. You're a little bit like in Windows 10. That's why Microsoft probably says, you're on your own, because we can't promise anything there. So, of course, they talk about the basic integrity protection from the boot up, the protection from kernel attacks, all that's possibilities, and the protection from firmware attacks with System Guard Secure Launch and so on. that are all due to the latest and newest technologies used in security in Windows 11. And it is much more than what people think. There are things that might seem very, a lot of people will say, well, it's pretty much Windows 10. There's a lot of it, yes, but there's that security aspect is way more advanced than Windows 10. So if you want to see the video and see a little more about what they're talking about, just click the link in the description below the video. But it explains a little bit why some of those minimum requirements are so high in Windows 11 also. And they're clearly explaining how this new security will make your PC and your experience on Windows more secure and a better experience for the future. So check it out, and you can make your own idea of all of this by looking at their video. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.